What up, people? It's your boy, Master Tutti out here with another comic review. So we got Red Hood Outlaw, the Webtoon number 11. I told you all before, I've been enjoying this series. I've decided to go ahead and continue the reviews on this one. Started with 10, and now 11 came out. Actually, today, technically yesterday, so I got a chance to read it and reread it again. I really enjoyed this work. So let's get to it. So, we see that we have no Superman, no Wonder Woman, no lanterns. We have Darkseid here, looking over a burning town, burning metropolis, eyeing his destruction. I like this quite a lot. Very good picture right here. And, he's like saying, I'm beginning to feel insulted. I don't even know who you are. And then we see Artemis right here saying, what good is my name to someone who's about to die? Oh, she's going after Darkseid like that, basically. Darkseid's charging up his Omega beam. He's like, arrogance. You really are just human. And then Artemis is like, you're right. She's got her axe. She's got her sword. It's one of my greatest strengths. So she goes in for a rod. Darkseid's like, all right, man. Let's do what we got to do. She throws her axe. I like the sequential art. She's already moving forward, running in. Darkseid just catches it, two hands. It's like, I take it back. You're not arrogant. You're just stupid. And, she kind of, slides under the feet, goes in, slices my man's Achilles, and, Darkseid's like, oh, God, man, it's hurt. And he's like, I can't move. How? And then, she's like, I laced my sword with radium. And then it'll make this next part a lot easier. So she goes in for the beheading, and bam, she has killed Darkseid. My goodness. Or so we think. Because it's a simulation, axe, sword, all simulation. We have the kitchen. This is where, the X-Men have the danger room, but the Justice League have the kitchen, which is the high-tech training facility, complete with full battle simulations, complete customization, and of course, healthy beverages and snacks. So yeah, Artemis just got finished with a training session. Pretty cool. Taking up a shower, but she thought the training would help her feel better. But it's not. As you know, Batman gave the Watchtower to the Outlaws, basically, for them to say, hey, all right, you think you can do our job? Go ahead and do it. And we're giving you a month. And if nothing happens and you do a good job, well, then I'm wrong and we will continue to trust you more. But if not, I told you, I'm cutting you off. I'm taking your money. I'm taking your weapons, and you're not getting this patented Batman protection that you've been getting. All right? It's done. It's over. So it's about, I guess, 9:12 in the evening. So they've been on the Watchtower base for 5 days, 5 days of boredom, 5 days of inaction. 5 days since Jason volunteered us to spend a month in space protecting Earth before asking me or Bizarro. She kind of feels slighted, of course. That's how Jason do. 5 days of Jason and I not talking. So they haven't been talking 5 days, and she hates it. One thing I like, and what all people should know, is that Jason and Artemis, I'd have to say, it's one of the best relationships that have been constructed in the last 5 years. Nothing has beaten it, and DC should definitely continue to strengthen it. And I like that Mr. Young here is picking off from where Scott Lobdell left it off. I think it's a very good relationship, and I think he gets it, and I hope he continues it, because it's great. But to the story. So she really hates it, And this is a nice picture of the Watchtower. I think this is probably the best design of the Watchtower. It's much like the Justice League animated series Watchtower with more extensions. I'm not talking about the one from Unlimited, like the first Justice League. This looks pretty nice. They even got the JL logo. And she's thinking hey, this is the Justice League. It's the ultimate good guys, so that's not us. Even when she was Wonder Woman, I wasn't accepted here. And so Bizarro's busy watching his shows, eating his food. It's like he doesn't know that Bizarro spends all of his time listening to music or watching movies. So Bizarro's already plugged in doing his thing. Nothing feels right. I feel so alone. Maybe I'm just too in over my head. I'm overthinking it. I should just talk to Jason. So after 5 days, she decides to talk to Jason. Green eyes are very nice, man. When I get down to explain to the artist, I want to just say your coloring, or the guys who color, very good. Well, let's get to it. So we see Jason. He's been on a caffeine binge, looking at all types of plans and whatnot, basically checking out the watchtower and keeping an eye on the world. But my man is stressed, and basically, Artemis is like, "Yo, are you good?" And no, Jason is not good. And he's like, "They gave us access to the computer, but not everything. There's something hidden, and I can't quite." And she's like, when was the last time you slept?" But of course, that answers the question because Jason is out. And I guess they decided to borrow from the Arkham games because my man, the artiste, gave him the J scar. So that's an interesting aesthetic to add to him, I'd say. So Artemis takes my guy, puts him to bed so he can get the much needed rest he needs. And, he thanks her quite well. I like that. And so he gets some much needed rest. So we see that Artemis is going to take over this sleuthing because, of course, she'd obviously need to learn a thing or two. Let's solve Jason's little mystery. We'll be a team again. Maybe we'll even get in trouble. Like how she thinks. So she's trying to figure out the password. It's like they're the Justice League. They're not going to just have their biggest secrets behind a password. There'd be face recognition, retinal scans, and a backup. So it seems that she found the backup. So she goes out, and Bizarro's watching Empire Strikes Back because obviously, yes, me, I'm not your father. But then Bizarro sees, hey, well, what's going on here? If only a killer could see me now. And so Artemis is doing a spacewalk to check out the watchtower. Pretty nice, pretty effortlessly. I like motional art, sequential art, where things are happening. So you can imagine Artemis floating into motion, getting what she needs, got her spacesuit on, and of course she has located the floppy disk because when you think about it, why not put sensitive information on a piece of technology people now consider to be obsolete? Nobody would ever know. So she got the backup floppy, yada yada yada, and then we have all of these files right here. We've got the Odd Man, Oracle, Mega Man, Brother Eye, Peacemaker, Penguin, Plastic Man, Poison Ivy, Ra's al Ghul, Talia al Ghul, A File on the Outlaws, Two Face, Ultra Boy, Vandal Savage, Vixen, Volko, Wally West, and Wildcat. All of these are the files. And so she focuses on the one with the Outlaws. And then she decides to hit enter, and then she sees something. And she's like, oh no, no, how did they know? Then she deletes it. And then Bizarro already sees it, and we see, oh, she sweat. Some secrets have been discovered. Really like that worry. Really captures, like, oh, she's like, yeah, I've been caught, and this is bad. Like, and she was like, B, I never meant to hurt anyone. It was a different life. And if I'm not mistaken, this is picking up on another thing that was in the Rebirth comics that I appreciate. Um, Young, Philip R. Young doing. Really appreciate that. And so I like this panel as well. It's pretty nice. You see, like, Bizarro's, pretty tall, pretty buff, and Artemis is also kind of buff, but she's like feminine, doing all that type of stuff. And you really see that there is like, a height difference. And she's like, hey, please don't tell Jason. And me no keep another secret. Me no keep another secret. And he's like, pretty much I'll keep another secret. So Bizarro's been keeping secrets, probably for the both of them. And so she decides to take out her frustration on the bag. Basically, she's like, I don't know how they know what they know, but it can never get out. Jason can never know. So she's busy taking out frustration on the bag, basically. Then we see Jason come in. And he's finally up, he's got some sleep, he's been well rested, he's ready to hit it. And she's like, hey man, I'm sorry. I also told Dick Grayson to you because of course you know how Jason does. He's gotta throw in a couple of Dick Grayson jabs, get himself going. It's like I let him get in my head, talking to Batman. It's like we're a team. And he's like, truce. And Artemis is like, truce. But Jason's like, I gotta hit this move right here. And once again, the scar's accentuated like that. Artemis is shocked, but she goes in for it, and she's like, "Oh no, relationship to be continued." And this last panel of the Watchtower. Like I said, I'm a fan of this particular pairing. It's been done well. It works, and it's one of DC's best. And I would encourage Philip R. Young to continue with it. So there we go, Red Hood Outlaws. As you know, not Patrick. My God, I called you Philip. I'm sorry, Patrick. Patrick R. Young is the writer, doing a great job, an excellent job, I would say. Fantastic writing, A1, and thank you to the artist Nico Bascunan. I'm going to keep getting it. If I butchered it, it's of not of any malicious intent. But you've explained to me that's like Espanol, so Bascunan. I hope I got it. But Nico Bascunan, yes. I'd also like to get into the fact that whoever did the backgrounds, Sebastian Franchini, very good, and the renders, Lorenzo Di Santo, excellent stuff as well. So yeah. So where do I want to stop this? Where do I want to stop this? Trying to figure out where do I want to stop this. I kind of like this picture. No, the expression is very good. But anyway, yeah, thank you. I'll give this a good 9 out of 10. Excellent. So, thank y'all for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe, hit the notifications to make sure you're notified. Once again, I do these reviews for you, the people, because I want to discuss good comics like this and get your views on them. So, thank y'all for watching, and I hope to review more videos when I can. Peace.